Hey, what's going on, fellow YouTubers? Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It is, well, this video has been made on the same day as I posted the last video, so I don't know when I'm going to put this video up. Anyways, right now on the Squier Jazz Bass, we came across a snag, or I came across a snag. Either that or I got a mouse in my pocket someplace, and no, there's no mouse. Anyways, I got the guitar set up. I started making a video of it and, putting the strings on, setting up the neck and everything else, and came across a snag when it was time to do the action height on this bass. On the high side, the G string, remember I had some foreign material that was built up on one side of the neck, and after removing that, which I think it was just paint, like a drop of paint or something, or a run or something that was on there, and I ended up flattening that out. After I ended up removing that and putting the neck back on and start stringing up, lowering the action height on the G string basically put me right back where I was. So I got two choices here. One choice is to put a shim behind the neck, raise the neck up. Second choice is to put the original bridge back on this guitar. So I went with option number two. I went and got a hold of eBay and ordered the original bridge that's supposed to be on this bass guitar. And yeah, now the reason why I can't lower the action height any higher is because of this picture here. Now, if you look in the picture, you could see that there is a lip that goes around each side of the string, keeping the string in its saddle. And that ring wraps all the way around. So that ring is about maybe more than a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters or so tall, or 1.5 millimeters. And lowering the action height at the saddles, I couldn't get them down any further. That's it. This is basically where they're at right now, is where it would stay if I were to keep this bridge. So what I did is I took a piece of paper and I stuck it underneath the saddle and lowered the action height, lowered the saddle down as far as I can get it until it was stuck on top of the paper, and then raised it up to where I can comfortably slide the piece of paper out of there. I did it on both E and G, and that's it. There's no more. I cannot lower this thing down. I can go the other route and put a shim behind the neck, but I don't like doing that. There wasn't a shim originally behind the neck, and there was nothing behind there, so I'm not going to add one. I could, but this is what the bad part of buying something used that somebody else modified when they didn't know what they were doing. So if they would have had the long straight edge ruler and laid it across the neck and found out where these saddles lined up at, right now they would be running into the saddles. I can guarantee it. And yeah, because there's no more room. This plate that the saddles are on is very, very thick, number one. Plus this ring adds more height to it, and I can't do anything with it. So I took the radius, the neck radius gauge, and I matched up the other two center strings with. So now everything is basically lined up. It's intonated, it's in tune, everything's fine, but this action height is still way too high, and I know I can get it lower. I'm not going to modify the saddles by taking them to the grinder and grinding the bottoms of them, because breaking that chrome plating, you can end up having the chrome chipping on you more, or you can have moisture get onto the metal and you'll start getting some rust or whatever, and that'll cause problems as well. So the step that I took was just getting the bridge that goes back on this guitar, on this bass. It really should not have been modified. If there was a shim behind the neck, the correct shim to raise the neck up or angle the neck to where it's supposed to be, then this wouldn't be a problem. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to end up putting this thing unless I really, really, really have to. And I don't have to. So the easiest part would be, instead of trying to figure out what shim to put underneath there and keep taking it apart, putting a shim in there, re-shimming it, getting a piece of wood to shim it with, or a piece of plastic. And then on top of that, when you tighten the screws down, they'll put an indentation in the back of either in the body or the back of the neck, and that'll actually change the height of the shim as well. So best option was just a bridge. So that's what I'm going to do. So you guys take it easy, have a good one, and yeah, try to stay dry, try to stay warm, and try to stay out of the wind. So catch you later. So you really thought I was going to end the video like that? Being that short of a video? No. So let's get on to the part 2 of this. All right, so I ended up getting a hold of eBay, ordering the bridge for this, and it showed up pretty quick. So here is the new bridge. Yeah, it's basically, kind of the same thing, but man, there's a difference in the size of these barrels, or the size of the saddles compared to what these are. And when I get this one off, I'll show you. Big difference. So yeah, let's get on to removing the old bridge. So have you ever seen a bridge fly like a slingshot? Let's see how this is going to work. So if I start removing these screws here, this bridge should take off, right? I'll be using these screws for this bridge, for the new bridge, that's for sure. That's one screw. That's the second screw. Oh boy, here we go. Oh man, coming close. All right, so if I remove that last screw, how far do you think this bridge is going to go? Here we go. Here's nothing. Yeah, did you really think I was going to leave the tension on the strings and remove that bridge? I don't think so. So there you go. Now I want to save these strings because these strings are good, but I want to remove these strings from this bridge while it is off of the guitar, because it'd be a pain in the ass to put these strings back on when you have the bend in the string like this. So, and I'll show you the difference between the two bridges once I get these strings off. So bear with me, I'll be right back. All right, so what I ended up doing is I put a brand new set of Ernie Ball 45 to 105 hybrid slinkies. And yeah, I'm not throwing these away. Now, that says $24.95. I paid $14.95 for these at my music store. All right, so here is the old bridge. And I gotta say, this is a pretty beefy, heavy bridge. I mean, it's not no light. Here's the new one. Which I won't be using the screws that come with this bridge. I'll get this out of here. So here's the new bridge. Now, as you can see, that there is a big difference as far as how thick they are. See, there's a difference in how big they are, and there's a big difference in these barrels here. I should be able to get the action height that I'm looking for. This is supposed to be original stock bridge for this bass, and I'm putting it back on. Now, the first thing that I want to do is get rid of this line that's going around the edge of here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it entirely because it did dent the wood a little bit. But what I'm going to do is clean up and see if I can get rid of some of the crap that is around here. Now, these screws should line perfectly back up, and they do. So I'm going to use the screws that I took out of it, because the screws that come with this new bridge, they're a little bit smaller. Actually, they are a lot smaller than the bridge screws that I just took out. So get a little bit of a polish here. Come on. Yeah, they shipped that. They shipped that pretty quick. Blow off any dust and debris that might be on the body. Make sure there's nothing there. And I'm not going to be able to do anything about these dents, so I'm not even worried about that. But I can get rid of some of the marks that were around it. So I was thinking to myself, I said, Eric, what's the difference between these two saddles on these two different bridges? Well, other than this is the saddle that was on the bridge, this is the new saddle. As you can see how smaller in diameter they are. Otherwise, what's different? String spacing is in the same place. I measured it. Nothing is different. So why don't I take the saddles off of the bridge that was already on there, since there's an indentation here and a corner indentation here from this bridge, and just swap it out with the new saddles. The screws are the same size, screws are the same length. Why not? So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so the nice thing about the bridge that was already on this base is it hides the ball ends compared to the new plate, which does not hide the ball ends. So other than that, it's pretty much about the same. So I already got the strings in through here. Like I said, the screws basically are the same screws and everything matches up. So why not? Make sure my ground wire is supposed to be where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to go ahead and mount this puppy back up. So yeah, today is, what is today? Today's Friday, I believe. End of our nice warm weather that we were having. Now we're back to cold again. Yay. And this way, the dents that this bridge put into the body of the guitar are going to be there. They're going to be hidden, and I don't have to worry about anything. The saddles are basically the same length, same length, not the same size, and the string spacing is the same as well. So why not? This bridge does look like, the bridge plate does look a lot better than the other one, so as long as these saddles fit and I'm not having any problems with them, so be it. And there we go. Go over them, just snug them up a little bit more, make sure that they are tight, not stripping. That's it. String up the bass. Alright, in case you were wondering, the Squier Jazz Bass, as far as from what I'm seeing with my gauges, is a 9.5 radius on this thing. So I have everything tuned up to pitch. And I'm going to check my neck relief right now. Find my capo. Make sure that is still the same. It should be. Nothing should have changed with that. 12 thousandths, second deal. It's a little bit on the high side. Okay, so let's see what I got for fret buzz. So I got a little bit of fret buzz on the G string, and I am sitting at almost a 16th. So I'm going to raise that up. Raise it up to, let's see, 5/64. Make sure that is sitting straight and it's not crooked. Okay. All right, so I'm at 5/64. All right, it seems to be a lot better. Make sure she's in tune. All right, so that's good. And I am at 3/32s on the east side, so I can actually drop that down a little bit. That half turn. Half turn. Make sure it's pushed down. Turn it back up. Not bad. So I am sitting at right now 3/32s compared to what it was. That's not bad. So I'm at and that's not too bad. So now what I want to do is match the inner strings with the radius of the neck. So again, I'm going to take my radius gauge here and see where these strings fall. So am I in the picture here? Yes, I am. Okay. So right now, I'm going to sit on top close to the bridge. This one here should be dead. That one here should be dead. You can hear that ring out. You can hear that ring out. So what I got to do is raise these guys up. Make sure I turn them equally. Give that a full turn. Give that a full turn. A little bit more than a full turn because it wasn't equal. So let's see where I'm at now. Dead. That's got to come up more. Give it a half a turn. Half a turn. Put this back on there. It's got to come up again, so I'll go half a turn. Half a turn. And half a turn again. That's better. Now I gotta get this one here up to where it's supposed to be. Give that half a turn. Then a half turn. Half a turn more. Half a turn more. Turn. There you go. Everybody's straight here. Nothing is curved, but I'm following in steps. So go ahead and tune this thing up. Not bad. Alright, so let's see what these pickup heights are doing, just out of curiosity. So I got the bass side here. Oh yeah. They gotta go down. Treble side. Yep. Now this side's okay, but so I have that set now. Let's get the intonation done. That's got to go backwards just a little bit. Back it up a little bit more. Tune it. All right, that's on the money. That's got to go back a little bit more too. Just checking to make sure this is still recording. Back a little bit more. All right, that's good. That's got to go back. That's it. That's got to go back. Good. Love it. All right, so I'm going to set the pickup height now. Where did I put my keys at? Here they are. This is the fun part, because you got to move each side basically the same and make sure you have the right screwdriver to do this. So I said these have to go down, and oh boy, do they have to go down. So I want to be able to hold this and push down on the string at the same time and screw these guys down. Not yet. That's better. And get the treble side. So I'm going to hold these and stick this in here too. And I can't even fit this in here. There you go. And go ahead and check the bass side again just to make sure it didn't tilt on me. Yeah, see, it came up a little bit. too far. Good. Good. Now for this side. This side's got to go up. And this side has got to go down quite a bit too. Good. Check the other side. So now I got to put the other side down a little bit. I like it a lot. So let's see how bad it buzzes out. Yeah, I'm not fretting it really hard, so I'm getting a little bit of fret noise. So what I am going to do is check on everything again. All right, so I got 332s on the low side at the 12th, 332s at the 17th. I got 5/64ths at the 12th, 5/64ths at the 17th. A little bit past 5/64ths, and about the same, a little bit past 5/64ths. Almost a 332s, almost a 332s in the middle, almost, not quite. But that's giving me the arch, so these two are going to be up higher because the center of the neck is up higher too because of the radius of the neck. So yeah. So I think that's it. That's all there is to it. So instead of using the total bridge and having some marks on the sides over here from where this plate, bridge plate was, I ended up eliminating the new bridge plate using the bridge saddles that came with the new bridge. They're smaller in diameter, giving me more of a action height adjustment that I want instead of these, you know, really large barrels with this ring on it. And that ring is also on the bottom here, and I could take a grinder or a file or something and grind those rings off of there, but that'll be exposing the metal and causing a problem for either rusting or whatever. Now I could put these saddles on the new plate and maybe use it for something else later on down the line. The screws and everything else are the same, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. I have all of my saddles are straight, but yet they are stepped up to make the arch of the neck. That's the way it's supposed to be. And the nice thing about this too is I'm hiding the ball ends of the strings, which is kind of nice, other than, you know, on this one here, it wouldn't be hiding the ball ends of the strings. So that's it for this. This bass is basically done. I'm going to play around with it and see, you know, if I'm getting a little bit more fret buzzing or something like that, because I'm not pushing hard enough with my fingers. I'll raise the action height up just a little bit more if it's not because of my playing, if it's actually because of the bass itself. But other than that, the neck is pretty straight and pretty solid as far as when I leveled it out and checked to see what the frets were doing. The frets were fine. So it's not the frets, it's me. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and catch you guys later.